Hey people, I come to meet Scoundrel Troy yesterday, and while I was waiting at the gate, I found time to get my hair cut. I like it a lot. So Troy was telling me he likes the ones that sound like old country folks talking, and so I'm gonna do a couple more lines of this Psalms 104 that I started. It's real vulgar. It goes with the picture, and it sounds real country folk. It sounds like us talking down here. While I was talking to him, I seen that I needed to better explain the what and the what to and the to at. And these are words that come up in the beginning of the Bible and they go on forever. This is the most used word, and they just don't give it a meaning. And it starts with A and it's read to. It means the written knowledge. But the sleep genies come and visit me last night as I was waking up, and they opened my eyes up a little bit. So this is that old phonetic Bible. I pulled it off and reversed it so you could see it easier. But this is what to, and it's that first game that you play with your kids. And it's probably the exact same word you use, what is to the apple. And so this is Vav Tet, the connected seal. Vav is the sixth letter, and it means joined together, connected, and you often hear me just say to, because if something's connected, it's to it. And then to, and so this is going to read like this, T-A. It starts with the A. Everything with the A reads backwards, so this is to. And I showed in a movie before that the ancient definition to this A-T meant the knowledge acquired, however you would call it, acquire it from a book or from being told. But it was knowledge acquired. And the what to. And so the T is a mark or a cross. If you can't write your name, you put your X in, that's your mark. And so that old X was the T, and it meant the mark. To mark, to cross, to the seal, to seal or sign. It would also be used if you were sealing a can, sealing up a jar. And so you play, first you play what to, and you learn what picture goes with what knowledge mark, what knowledge written, however you got it. Have you heard it or you read it? And so I found this morning, and it kind of gave me a better idea. This is in receipt, by receipt. And the receipt, like I say, it's this S turned into the C a lot, but it was the old word for my great-grandmother's cookbook in French. In the recipe, in Ra, starts with A, it's backwards, Mael, in the first knowledge from the heavens, in Ra, the same as in Egypt. Ra was the first, in first power, in first knowledge, and then backwards of Mael. Mael is the backbone, the backbone of heaven. And then to, and then the same is, ESMI is. And so this SM, many times in the Bible they say it means the name, the same, the name. And when an M is final, it's read as a S. The name to make from, the name is, the same is. And I've been reading this as what, but I got to thinking about it, and it's to at, and that means to the place of, to at. In the recipes of Ramiel, in the first power from the heavens, to the name is to at, to the place at. Hears, or to adheres, the name is adheres, to adheres. And so I was looking in this old Basilica Chemica, and I noticed that the triangle that represents fire or the fever, the temperature. And the air, this represents the air or the luft. And this represents, it's upside down. It looks like they made a mistake. But it represents the aqua or the washer. Something you use to rinse it off. The washer. What'll cut that paint? What kind of liquid you're going to need to cut that paint off of you? Is it water based, oil based, acrylic? And then the terra represents the earth. The terra or heard, or what you heard, what the sound comes out. So when you're messing with this alchemy, the symbol of fire also is going to represent temperature. You put a triangle and a number beside it. It's going to tell you the temperature. The air or the lift would be its weight, would be its lift. And the aqua or the washer, what it cuts with, what it takes to cut that paint. And the terra or what is heard, the name it is on earth. And you see the days as the sun up and the nights as the sun down. And you can see here in the music of the spheres that all the planets have a note that goes with them. What is heard tells you what planet, what earth. So this kind of says in the recipe in Ramiel, to the same is what hears, as above is so below. What's in the first powers from the heaven to the name is what hears. What's above is so below. So I found this while I was trying to confirm the salts on here with the ancient alchemical signs, and it brought me to this picture here that has all the alchemical signs and a lot of other information on it. And down here in the Latin, you don't even have to read the Latin to see it's telling you that there's some of these lines are in 104, and I found them between 18 and 21, I think. But I was trying to see if I can confirm the other symbols with this other chart. So this is the D of fires. The Shem is the fire, and the Mem is the D of waters. And so the name is the two of them together, the Shem. And so this is the wedding, and it means to connect. Vav, W, the D's is the wedding. And so this is water, and this is fire, and this is the chemical wedding of fire and water, the Star of Israel. So this poem that starts at 104, it starts with the breaking pussy to have you, backwards and forwards, EVE. YEWE, to have you, and you yell, Godlet made, who'd wetter lavish it, and clothe them. This is LVST, the lavish it. And so lavish isn't just clothes. Lavish means the Godlet made, who'd wetter lavish it. It means she's going to get paid gold and fine liquors and jewels and nice clothes is what she's liking. But the breaking pussy, that's an ancient tradition of bringing your boy to a whore before he gets married, so he knows what to do, doesn't embarrass himself, doesn't hurt his new wife. And then this next line, this O-T-H, O-T-H-E-R, the other. This tack tells me to read this backwards and forwards, and this is that word that's in Genesis 1:3 of the light, and it flips around. And so it's the other evolved to light, the other to light, the other to color. Give Solomon, S-L-M-E-N, Ka, to give Solomon with W-T-H, with the name is. The other to light, to give Solomon with the name is, the same is. Cario. And this cario is the word they give for the Lord all through the Greek Bible, but it's to K-I, to give hand, the giving hand, the Rio, R-I-O, the river of life. The name to make from to give the river of life, to the Milky Way, the name of the Milky Way, the name in the heavens. And then E is T-H-E-M, them free, vamis, and miss. Them free and miss, all make what tied to, all I make, all O-L-A-L-L-Y, the yod to make, W-T-I, what tie, and then vav, connected, what tie to, what tie connect. All to make what tie to, the shiz. This is SM, the same, but when it's on the end, it pronounces a S. If they want to pronounce it as an M, they'll add another letter. They'll add the first letter of this word on here, just to make sure you pronounce it right. But they want you to pronounce this as the sizz, the shiz, and which was probably the name for fire waters, as in alcohol, the shiz. From work in, M-I-B-O, from work in C, in make from work in C and make from, my boobies, M-Y-B-O-B-I-S, my boobies, to reek of it, R-K-U-V, to reek of, to the milk, M-E-L-K, the milk, all to make pan, I to make P-N, pan, to make around, can, K-N, can, P-I-H, P-I-C-H-U-R, all to make around, can picture, which, P-I, chet, C-H-U-R, the picture, W-C-H, which means, to pick out the divided one. H is to divide, the picture which. And that's what it means, to look at the picture and divide. The picture which, the picture to connect the divided. Connect the divided symbol with its picture meaning. Connect the divided symbol with its planet, with its bird. And then sweet milk. OSE is sugar. It's the ancient symbols for sugar. Sucrose, fructose is OSE means sugar. Sweet malactu. Lactu is milk. From the sweet, from the milk, from the lactu. And you can see that her milk, her lactu, is stars. And so the angels up here, those would be the lackeys. From lackeys is the word they give for angels and messengers. So the sweet from lactu, the sweet milk, rue what? R-U-H, to awaken what? To rue what? From shirt make to, from S-H-R-T, from shirt make to. from words connected to S-A or S-O-L-E-T, to soil it, to the sweet milk, to rue her, which she has awakened from the shirt to soil it, has stained the shirt. Yesod, share, Ritz, all. They knew come cooney, the ball them time with owls wood. And so Yesod, it's called the foundation. That's what they're trying to put here. That's Yesod, is the moon, the foundation. And so in the letter meaning chart, this would be Yod, to make, S, the support through, the foundation, or to make the secrets through. The Yesod, and its share is the share of the Yesod Sephiro is 9, and foundation and moon. So it's saying the Yesod share, the moon, arch, all they knew come, all the new ones come, Cooney. So Cooney is a troublesome word in translation, but it can mean a nation or state or a kingdom. So Yesod shares is talking about, it shares the planet. And then the RX, and years ago Amanda had told me that RX now means when the planet's moving backwards, when a planet's in retrograde. When I look at the older alchemy, I see here that the revolutions is, and it tells the time here, so I know what this means. It's the revolutions. And when they ran out of room over here, they just filled it with a RX. This revolution became RX, the revolution of Mercury, revolutions of moon. And you can see that here, the revolve KO de Venus in 273 days. The revolve de Mercurio in 70 days. And revolve de Luna in 27 days. And so this would be the symbol of RX. The R is the red that was underneath that they were Xing out. The revolution. The RX. So Yesod share in the moon's revolution, all they knew come Cooney, all they knew come nation. The ball them time with owls wood. This is owls, O-W-L-S, the owls. Owls are known for old wise. Owls, not forever, but old, a long time. And they would like to spend a long time with. The two's cleavus, kiss it too. And all Myers arise, make amid two my miss. And so two, T-E-W, means to shape. T-E-W-M, from, to shape from. Cleavus. Cleavus is a meat cleaver. It's a big knife used for hacking bone. To shape from cleavus. Kiss it too. It says kiss is when it's met up to it. It's touched up to it. To kiss it too. All mire rise. Mire is an acid. A mire is a lowland. And all the low acids rise. Mires is like a quagmire. Quag is a swamp, and a mire is a swamp. And it's hard to draw a picture of a swamp, so you draw a picture of a flower that grows in a swamp, and you'll see that ancient picture on quagmire, that flower that's all over his shirt. But the mire rise, all the acids. Swamps are acidic. All all the nutrients get washed down the stream. They end up in that swampy, dark water. It's acidic. All the mires, all the acid rise, make amid to my miss, my woman, my waters, my miss, MYMIS. And so what that's telling me, this is the little mountain here. And so it's telling me that I'm going to find the acids down low. And I'm going to find the more alkalines up higher on the mountain. If it's more alkaline, it'll be higher. And the mires will be down low. The acids will be low. Men give trog or take when use when. So the men give trog, this man to give, ka to give, T-R-O-G, trog. Trog means to the ones that are walking around aimlessly, just strolling around. And the men luful. Luful is to fool you, but luful is also your last name. In Spanish, luful would be your last name, to take the father's name. The Rome kick, K-I-C-H, to kick peas when. So a luful is also a measurement. It means a luful. And it's kind of like, somebody working with bacteria, a loopful. However much bacteria you can put on that loop can be called a loopful. But the men loo is the men's room, the bathroom. The men's loo full, the room to kick peas when. And it sounds like they might have caught something. So I believe the poet meant you to read this all in one word, as in the men give trog or riddick in new sun, or take in new sun. The men luful romic itch peas when. And so you got to break it down to see what they mean, and then you put it all together. Sometimes when you put it all together, you recognize the words. But it's poets creating words. And so you can see where your word Rome come from. R is the first, O to see from, the first see from, Rome. And so this next line, we run into this other punctuation here. But this is y'all too. Y'all too. Hey y'all. Y'all to arise, you're due. Vac out of from whiffum fuse. Z-E, and then the mirror has me read all this backwards now. So this is Z-E-E-Z. The from whiffum fuses Z's. From whiffum let to often would remire, as in admire again, would come back for more, remire, to lay, to L-O-Y, to lay, and then back here, yasad, to lay the yasad mark, the foundation of this, T-H-E-S, of to lay the foundation mark, the yasad mark of this. So it's talking about the astrology of the moon, but it's also talking about medicine here. And y'all to arise your due. You got what you were due, You didn't mess with a whore and you got to drip. And to vac out. To vac out of from whiffum fuses. These from whiffum let to often would remire, would go back for more, and to lay aside it less. To lay aside it less. And so it's telling a story, about the whore moon, and but it's also coded in there all the alchemy and reading the symbols and the qualities of different drugs, different chemical mixtures in here. The gavel times mit. Mit means with. Times with. The bell newer boy of Run. Backward. NurboyOvrun. The newer boy of Run. Next guy's turn. The bell new busy is of when licks what hears. The bell new busy is when licks what hears. So if you hear some rattling going on in there, don't knock on the door, don't ring the bell. It's busy. But I'm gonna cut this off here. It's kind of long, and the Bible is just not what you were told it was. Big lie going on, and it's time for us to have a revolution and straighten this shit out. All right, good day.